welcome once again to 24K Lorcana. It is me, 24K Hector, and we got another video, guys. It's been a while. It's been 3 weeks. I was on that LCQ grind, guys. I was trying to get in. I was trying to qualify for Nats. So those 3 weeks I've been really busy. I was grinding, trying to perfect Blue Steel and trying to make it as best as can be. But I missed you guys so much. To all the community, and that was a great experience. I had a great fun seeing all you guys there. It's also awesome when you guys, are supportive of the content. And, you guys say hi. All that means well. Sorry if I'm jumping around, all that. But every hi and everything, or just conversations that I have with all of you guys is amazing. It's a great time. Hope you guys had a happy new year. Merry Christmas. I know in this channel I haven't been logged on for a bit, but I had been very active in the Lorcana Cookout podcast. What is that? It's a podcast that involves me and some other friends that started on the Discord since chapter 1. And then it's crazy because we got a few sponsors this, a few sponsors from that, shops and that, but we're all just a nice closed friend group talking about the game of Lorcana in a podcast. So definitely check that out in the description below. Also, check out Top Choice Gaming, guys. They're going to have set champs this coming Saturday, and it is going to be one of the biggest set champs yet. They are going to have 3 cases, but it's going to be added a box for every 3 more players after 30-something players that show up or something like that. It's just, I was like, whoa, value. We also going to have Kendall, one of the artists, going to be there, being able to sign cards for you guys. And for every entry of the set champ, you will get a ticket to be able to get one of those, to take to him to get one of those cards personalized. Not just that, plus the scars, plus the mat, plus a mat that is actually was by Kendall himself in the top 8. So it's going to be a very competitive tournament with a special mat. I don't know if it's going to be ready for that day of, but the design is there and you will be able to get that if you're in the top 8. So I cannot wait that. Check out Top Choice Gaming. Those of you that have been there, you guys know it is one of the best competitive tourneys that you can go to. And it was the last one was a 8Ks 93 player tournament that was kind of the word going around. They had a stream. It was awesome. For this list that I'm going to show you guys, I was actually playing that day of. I was playing this list. I ended up getting in top 16. And then I went the next day, Sunday, to a 63-something player tournament, 69, I think, player tournament. And then I was first in Swiss. And then I did my last 2 because I can just make top 8. And then I ended up in second overall after Swiss. So it was really cool. I'm going undefeated for that one. And this is the list that I played. I switched it a little bit into Nats. It didn't do so well in Nats. I don't think it was the deck though. I think it was, I can't win them all. I won game 1 and then we went into game 2 and I had a very a grindy game into with Purple Steel in game 3. But I still think the deck is really solid. I was changing it up, tweaking it a little bit, and it feels really good. But I'm showing you guys the list that I was 12 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. So 12 wins, 2 IDs, and then 2 losses. So technically of the games I played, I went 12-2, guys. So this is a very solid list. And some that I think you could do very well with the set champs. I'm definitely switching it up and doing different lists as we go, but this is the one that I want to share to you guys because it's the one that is proven to do pretty good if you're piloted correctly. Whew! Sorry guys, it's been so long, so I'm talking and talking and talking, but you guys came here for the good old Sapphire Steel list. Now look at this, guys. I ended up facing someone over there. One of his friends gave me this Lord counter. You can't see it, but it's really, it does that glare shine. Hopefully you guys can see it there. And it does it of any card. And he just gave it to me for free. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to shout you out. It's a cool Lord counter. You see the Lord goes there. They also have the two-sided mat. The two-sided one is the card and then a two-sided mat. And they're working on a digital one. This is my TCG Access. If you guys check them out on Etsy, it was a great, friendly conversation I had with those guys. He has an Etsy shop. My TCG Access, you will be able to pick up some of these Lord counters and check them out there. Also, I got to play Amanda Shuffles. As you guys know, Amanda Shuffles, played the 3v3. Thanks for playing with Amanda Shuffles. It's giving out these really cool the packs that she makes herself. The little I forgot what these are called. I think they're still pins, right? Or something. But really nice. I always want to give a shout out to the community and the ones that are friendly and just giving me my style. Like, you know what? I want to shout you guys out. That's for sure. Shout out to my sponsor, Top Tier Stories Gaming. But without further ado, let's go to this candy shop deck. Why is it called the candy shop? Because we are playing candies and popsicles, guys. This is a very, very sweet, delicious deck that gets wins. So let's go ahead and check it out. Alrighty, hopefully you guys can see it, everything from there. Okay. Alright, guys, we are going to go ahead and start with the 4 King Candies. King Candies has been solid. It's been good. I wanted a presence in the 1-drop because I don't want to just, sometimes there's matches where you just want to be able to drop a body on 1. This is the one I go to. But we are playing the 4 candies. We'll talk about the shift line a little bit later. We are going with the candies and popsicles. We are playing 4 popsicles. I told you this deck was going to be very, very sweet. You guys are going to love it. Very, very good. Candies and popsicles, 4 popsicles. Pretty standard there with the 2 Fortisphere. I decided to only do 6 because I am doing 6 total popsicles. This is the gray one. This is the flavorless popsicle. This is the mystery flavor one. And then we are going 6 popsicles and 4 candies, putting us for a 10 1-drop slot. We are going to play the 1 Vision of the Future. Hector, that is awkward. Why are you playing the 1 Vision of the Future? At this moment, when I was playing this list, I had a slot for 1. And I'm like, I'm a very toolboxy deck. So it makes sense to play a card that digs for 5 and puts back 4 the way the order you want it. I had a free slot, and that's why it's only 1 Vision. This can be any flex slot. You can play whatever you want under this. This was okay. It worked all right. I'm not a big fan of like paying the ink to like grab something and just replace itself. I like more like Grandma Tala drop bodies, but Grandma Tala's a 1-of was more weird than 1 Vision, so I just did the 1 Vision. I also play For Sale the Azurite Sea. We're able to draw a card, and we are able to ink an additional time. We play this on turn 2, and then you get to ink and still get to drop a popsicle or a candy. So it's pretty good if you go turn 1 candy, drop a body presence. Turn 2, you go sail, ink again, and then play a popsicle. Now you're going to turn 3, and you have a presence of next turn when you go on turn 3, you have a candy, you have a popsicle on board, but you get to play a turn 4 card. Or 2 2-drops. So it's another sail or possibly a Tipo. We are on 2 Tipo. Tipo feels solid, feels good. I wanted to have 6 solid options. I recommend more. Like I said, I'm giving you guys the list that I did well with. But in my current list, I am playing more Tipos. You can go 3 to 4 because we are not playing Quill. That is right. We are no longer playing Quill. 4 Cell and 4 Tipo, it is just enough. In a tempo format, we don't have time to be dropping Quill. Now, is that going to stay? I don't know. If it becomes just a red-purple, blue-red meta, Quill's great because you get to wheel those decks and then they get punished for that. So, but like I said, I'm showing you guys this list that I did very well with, and you guys can tweak it as you like. I'm going to give some options at the end of the video of what options you can do if you want to play something different. We are going to go with that. We are going to go the 3 Calhoun. It was very aggressive format early. It was kind of wanted to check Amber Steel. If Amber Steel comes a little bit and falls off a little bit, then we just play 2 Calhoun and we can fit that other the third Tipo there. But I was on 3 Calhoun for those 2 big tournaments that I did well in. Pretty good. Resist +1, pretty solid. We still play the Smee card. This is how you beat red-blue. You have to drop this on turn 2 to be able to beat red-blue. It's almost mandatory. If not, you better draw the nuts or they better draw bad. But Smee is the way to just win so many matchups. It's also a good body. They just keep questing for 2. And if they want to challenge this, it's most likely going to trade with anything that they swing at. Now, you also have Popsicle. You can heal that. And we also have another way of healing. I wonder what that card is. Promo card. But yeah, it was this 4 Smees that we have. That's a very solid card into Blue Steel. Always will be. 3P for the 3 slot. We are playing 3P. 3P is still very solid because Amber Steel is a deck and Blue Red is a deck. You also want to time it, especially when you go really wide and they are setting up, like they want you to go more wide and wait and saving their B prep for like a nice wide board. And after post wheel or just when you have lethal, you drop a P and it's kind of game over. You really, a lot of your deck plays around the big Sisu. So usually if a big Sisu hits a character, a board that I have 5 characters, it's most likely only going to wipe like 2. So it's pretty good, pretty solid. We still play the P. It kills tempo for Amber Steel and Blue Red. So this is a very solid card. We are going to go to Alice. This was another way Since in this build, we are not going to be on Lucky Dime. We are not going to be on Tamatoa. We are not going to be on Gonto. We're not going to be on Ariel. The one vision of the future could be a Gonto if you like. I would not be opposed to that. Now, we do drop Alice. Turn 2 Smee. Turn 3 Alice is very strong because the next turn you're able to go quest for 2. And now you're able to give the Smee an extra lore in quest for 3. Not only that, the Alice not only gives lore, she gives a ward to a character. So when you drop this on 3, and whenever you drop your 4-drop characters, Alice is going to be able to quest and give them lore. Yes, that is right. A Hiram is guaranteed to resolve twice, and then your Pluto is forced for them to run into it if they want to touch your characters, because this is ward. They cannot ice block it. They cannot remove it through, Dragonfire or any source of removal in steel like a Long Came Zeus, because Alice gave it ward. Very solid card. I still like it, and it's very good, obviously, to keep the 4 Hirams and the 3 Pluto healthy. Why is Pluto pretty good in Blue Steel? Pluto's pretty good in Blue Steel because you're able to heal it off the popsicle, and you have those synergy plays that you can do that with. Or you also have a Baymax that you can constantly heal with. Yes, those 2 tourneys, I was playing 1 Baymax. I am currently now on 2. You can play more cards that synergize better with it. You can add the Pluto count. You can add more cards that have more shield that you're able to heal with Cogsworth. Another card worth considering is cards like Lawrence, like I said. If you have Lawrence and you keep healing it with a Baymax, that is an interaction that Blue Steel has that no other decks have. Like I said, when you play color combinations, you want to take advantage of the niche good plays that are very good and interesting in that specific color combination that no other deck can do. Stuff like healing Lawrence and healing Pluto and having Baymax gain you lore while you're also healing them and applying pressure is only something that can be done with Sapphire Steel. You want to be able to take advantage of those premium plays that are only allowed in your deck. We are on 3 manners. Pretty good. It kills tempo. Like I said, if you go, it's really good in tempo. Like if you go Smee, turn 3 Alice, turn 4 Pluto, and then next turn, because they struggled to wipe the white board, you drop a manner, and now you're dealing double threat, and it's really strong. Also, you don't even have to do that. If they started very slow and didn't drop a Tipo and just went like Sail or no body presence, you can literally go turn 2 Sail or turn 2 Tipo, and then you get to play this beautiful card manner on turn 3. So we were playing 3 manners for those tournaments, and it did really well. We were also on 2 Cogsworth. Amber Steel was still good. So you still want to have the ramp. In this deck, I only literally just ramp like once. Once you resolve like a Sail and Tipo, you're kind of set. So Cogsworth being a 4-drop is also very good, but he also has ward, so he's guaranteed to sing those songs in your deck. People still have trouble with this. Also, I'm not going to talk about the synergy with Smee and Cogsworth. You guys know if Smee has 2 and it quests, it doesn't get that last damage because Cogsworth gives it that resist. Alrighty, we are playing the good old beautiful King Candy. Yes, that has been the talk for a while. As you guys can see, check out the stream, check out round 7. You guys will see the action going on. I played against Purple Steel, and I was able to. It was a very close. It was we went to 3 games. Let's go with that. But you guys can check out what happened in those other games and how you kind of pilot this deck. King Candy is very good. Why? This is a very toolbox deck. I want to see the colors that you're playing and then adjust to that. Game 1 blind obviously is very hard to do so, but this gives you a shift option to be able to adjust your hand according to what you're playing. Also, if you brick, Sapphire Steel has been notorious for bricking. You go King Candy, guys. King Candy has saved me from so many games, so many matchups. Also, King Candy being able to drop them, you get to keep your songs in the deck mulligan because you get to dig for them. Put whatever you don't want at the bottom and then sing that same turn the song that you want. Whether it's Whole New World, whether it's Along Came Zeus, and whether it's Grab Your Sword. This is the card that you do that with. I had a person go green, yellow, hyper aggro on me. I was not on cannons. They went Merfolk, the Pegasus Evasive, another Merfolk, and they were just going off with evasives and very high questers. I was able to shift this Candy on turn 3, being able to grab your sword from your deck. It digged me 2. I got the grab your sword. I put a Whole New World to the bottom of the deck, and then I was able to sing grab your sword and win the game. Another application, I had a King Candy, and then I had to dig for I had to dig to win the game. And then it literally sometimes like puts back the whole new worlds, and it grabs me like insane cards like a Popsicle or Hiram, or just set up plays with the Pluto that I can use for next turns. If I'm already planning the Manor play, then I can set that up. King Candy lets you set up for the next 2 turns. You just have to be very smart and know what you are doing. But dropping a 3/3 Quester for 2, for 2 lore, and being able to get an advantage in the game, whether it's by wheel, Along Came Zeus, or Grab Your Sword, is very, very good. This is a very good card, and I will probably continue to play it until it doesn't feel like I need to do so. But this is a very good spicy card, so get your enchanteds while they are cheap, because they are only like $45 to $50 right now. But yes, that is what I played. The list is no longer hitting, guys. We got 3 Along Came Zeus, good solid card. I don't like Genie, I don't like Maui Shark, pretty straightforward. 2 Let It Goes, I don't like Genie, I don't like Maui Shark, I don't like big stuff like Tamatoa, Mufasas, or Maleficent Dragons, or sometimes stuff when I don't have Along Came Zeus. Big Cindy, I don't know. This is stuff that gets you out of those pickles. So 2 Let It Goes is still very flexible. I miss Hades, but you will see that everything here that's above a 5-drop, it's inkable. So I wanted to be careful with that, and I have 2 Let It Goes. We are playing still a whole new world into Grab Your Swords. Grab Your Swords is pretty good. I don't like cannons. I don't like losing tempo that way. So I would just have Grab Your Swords, being able to shift off Candy and seeing Grab Your Swords, or being able to get to the 4-drop, quote unquote, Cogsworth and Baymax, since I can play them a turn early, and being able to sing this on turn 5. So it's very good. If you're able to sing this on turn 5, guess what else you get to drop on turn 5? Tinkerbell, which is why this is the only deck where Grab belongs, and if it does. To Grab Your Swords there. We are playing a whole new world. It is amazing. It is a great card. This goes 2 docks originally, and I was running out of gas. I did not like just drawing 2. I'm like, you know what? I want to mill purple. I want to be able to let them know that I'm on a whole new world, because then they're going to start respecting the way they're playing, and also catching them off guard. Game 1's red purple, amazing. Green purple, it's pretty good depending the way they're going their hands. Blue red is actually pretty solid if I'm going aggressively, because their turns early. Vision is fixing their hands. Popsicles, Hirams is getting them more cards. How Far I'll Go is fixing their hands. So when you're able to rip that whole new world, they are most likely to lose some critical pieces to their deck. 2 whole new worlds, and then I am on 4 Tinkerbell. This is still a really good card. You get to play it on turn 5 if you get the sell on Tipo. So it's a solid card. I think on turn 6 is a little too slow, but on turn 5, this card still feels really great and paired with the blue steel deck. I also decided to play as my quote-unquote 6-drop, Simba. Simba's the 7-drop. It is good because on play, it lets me hit for 2. And then whenever I swing, it does a Tinkerbell hit for 2 again. Or it allows me to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. This is another way that you're able to fix your hand. Pretty good, solid card in a mid-range format. It's a very good quote-unquote 6-drop. All these characters, guys, when you go sell in Team Bond 2, you have to cut down a cost, because that is what you're paying for them. But yes, that is what I played. There's a lot of different options that you guys can do in this deck. There's so many, guys. There's stuff like if you want to go an extra Holy Roll, so you go Twin Fired. If you're playing more Holy Rolls, right? You can also go more Grab if you're in an aggro format. You have 2 to 4. You can play Gramatala. That is a good searcher. You also have stuff like Lawrence. When you play cards like Baymax, being able to heal this and give it back to 4 strength is very good. A very solid card. If you go more aggressive, you have cards like John Silver. If you are going more higher tempo, you have like Gaston, which is more beefy for cards like Tamatoa, Dime, Ariel, and Quill. There's a lot of different ways that you guys can just literally play this deck, Sapphire Steel. So I want to welcome you to that, and hopefully you guys play it. Those of you that are watching, hopefully you guys got something from this video that I finally brought to you guys. Sorry that it took so long, but Hey, fix it accordingly to your meta. Be one step ahead of the game. If you don't feel this is good now, that's fine. Completely switch, do the changes that I said with some of the cards in the slot. But that is the list. If it's very good, it's very solid. I have a little bit different builds, but this is one of them. And I wanted to give you guys something that performed. And I was able. This got me what, 2 boxes. I ended up sprinting in top 8. I got me 2 boxes and 16, 18 packs from 2 tournaments. So pretty good, guys. Again, this is 24K Hector from Lorcana. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. It's almost my birthday. I got 777 subscribers. Let's get to that 1,000 as a birthday gift, guys. Make sure you guys spread the word and spread this, as I'm going to continue to give you guys content, and more content is going to come because guess what? Set Champs is there. So if you guys are interested also in coaching, maybe for this list, because there's specific niche ways you got to play it. In my description below, you also have my Discord there, and we can talk about that because I have some slots open now that LCQ is over. But thank you guys again. All of you guys that made it, Nats, all that. Congratulations to everyone that got goodies, pulled great, amazingly. And I will see you guys, hopefully, this set champ season. Take care, guys.